All right, welcome into the Friday episode of Whether or Not. Yeah, we're heading into a beautiful weekend, and we've also got a different co-host.
Different little face for you, yeah. Andrew just, I guess, oh goodness, throwing things now. Andrew just, needed a little day. So.
Yeah, he wanted to get outside of work early and go enjoy the beautiful weather.
Yeah.
So
and it's my hour of the day, so I guess it works out.
Absolutely, and well, let's jump right into it here on this Friday. Your first alert to a stunning spring weekend. Boy, it is about time after, long, cold, hard winter, getting the warmest weather so far of the year as we head into both Saturday and Sunday, and there is no shortage of things to do to get outside and enjoy.
Yeah, with so many different events, find something to do, whether you're going to a CCU baseball or softball game, you're running in the Myrtle Beach Marathon, going to support some of those runners in the marathon. It's going to be a really beautiful morning. We'll start off the day in the 60s, and then we'll see temperatures climb for the beaches to the low 70s. Inland spots once again sitting in the 80s. We're holding on to plenty of sunshine. When it comes to cloud coverage, we'll really start to see some changes as we head into the day on Sunday. That's all ahead of some showers and even an isolated downpour that will likely come through.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to cancel any plans during the day Sunday. We don't even need to change any plans during the day Sunday. Another fantastic day outside with some morning fog. Then we'll brighten up our skies like we've done every other day for the past 5 or so. Low 70s on the beaches, low 80s once you head inland. But we are watching that risk for maybe a very isolated shower or thunderstorm late in the day on Sunday. Here's future radar. And notice the vast majority of the day is just fine, but kind of almost a early summer kind of pattern where with the warmth and even a little humidity around, we may fire off a downpour in a couple of spots.
Yeah, definitely don't cancel any of those plans. I do think primarily a lot of us will stay fairly dry. It's one of those days where it's like if you see one of those showers or downpours, you're kind of going to be the winner. Maybe a rumble of thunder that really is on the lower side, however it's there. We'll keep you posted on that First Alert weather app, but no need to cancel any of those plans.
Yeah, if you're thinking about firing up the grill, maybe heading to the beach or hanging out in the backyard Sunday, just check the radar there on the First Alert weather app and get out there and enjoy it. Speaking of this weekend and getting out there and enjoying it, I know a lot of folks this time of the year with all this warm weather really getting the itch to get out in the yard, start doing some gardening, start doing some planting. Yeah,
I've had a couple of people even say, is it time for me to plant yet? Like, I'm ready, it's warm out. And we're kind of in that fake spring right now where it's really nice while we're in it and you're gonna think that we're gonna be in it for quite some time. But all it takes is a cold front that ushers in all of that colder air. And that's what we're watching as we head into next week and also the middle of the month. We're watching 2 of those fronts move through.
Yeah, 2 fronts that have our attention. We've got the first strong cold front. That one comes through likely as we head into Thursday of next week. Brings us a decent shot at showers and maybe some thunderstorms. And it brings an end to this current warm spell, but I don't think it brings a frost threat. The second front, though, especially as we head towards mid-March, kind of eyeing March 16th through the 19th, that one could be strong enough to bring in a frost threat for the middle of the month.
Yeah, definitely something we're keeping our eye on. I think the first front will kind of bring temperatures a little bit back to normal, but the second front does look to kind of bring in a good amount of colder air. So when it comes to the yard work, let's take a look at some of that as we advance this graphic. You'll notice yard work this weekend, you may get away with some of it, but definitely not all of it.
Yeah, the good thing is even when it's chilly around here in the spring, we can still do some spring growing. So if you have to get out there, you have to get something in the ground, now's the perfect time for the onions, potatoes, broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, spinach, even radishes. They all do great in even the cooler weather. What you want to avoid this weekend, any kind of summer annuals, any kind of summer vegetables. I know your big box stores already have the marigolds and impatiens and geraniums and tomatoes and cucumbers out. Don't fall for it. It is still too early for that. I put this on Facebook yesterday. Listen to Meemaw. Meemaw always says, wait till after Easter to do your planning and you will be safe. And that's going to work out around here after Easter. Our threat for any significant frost or freeze pretty much drops down to 0.
Yeah, definitely something we'll kind of keep you posted on as we head throughout the next couple of weeks as some of that warmer air will start to work its way through. It will come back. Just kind of got to get through 2 of those little stretches of some colder bursts. How about we take you coast to coast? Because when it comes to those temperature extremes, we're kind of a little bit nicer where we're not seeing negative temperatures. Frenchville, Maine, the lowest temperature that yesterday saw was at 0 degrees.
Yeah, I think that's probably the first time so far in quite a long time that we haven't been below 0. Hot spot, Castleton, Texas, coming in at 96 degrees on Thursday. Let's take you across the southeast for Saturday, and notice there's not a lot going on. And we've got some of that morning fog, afternoon sunshine, any active weather as far as showers or storms go. That's going to be back across Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, back into Texas. Could be some isolated severe weather there. But notice it is quiet across the Carolinas.
Yeah, and honestly, when it comes to the temperatures, we're staying on that warmer side as we head into the day tomorrow. Notice if you're heading to Florida this weekend, it's warm. We're sitting in the upper 80s, even 80s for Louisiana, Alabama. Those above average temperatures are remaining as we head into the day tomorrow. And when it comes to the Northeast, we're not looking at some snow. I know so many folks up there are just completely over the snow. It's actually a little bit of a drier stretch. A couple of clouds kind of lingering, maybe some showers and downpours going to start to work through as we head into the day on Saturday. A thunderstorm maybe can't be ruled out. But temperatures when it comes to the Northeast are looking a lot better when they've been dealing with such colder temperatures. You'll notice as we take a look at New York City, 70s are making a return into the forecast as we head into next week.
Yeah, they will certainly be happy about that a couple of weeks after that big blizzard. And finally, even in the Northeast, starting to see some of the springtime temperatures. The big story, especially as we head through this evening and overnight tonight, is going to be across the middle part of the country. We've kind of been focusing on that severe weather threat. Notice that level 3 risk from central Iowa down through Kansas City, Joplin, Missouri, Fort Smith, Tulsa, Oklahoma. These areas are going to be under the gun for some severe weather this evening. As far as the tornado risk, that looks to be highest with a level 3 tornado risk from around Fort Smith, Tulsa, Oklahoma, up towards Branson and Joplin, Missouri. In this same area, also under the gun for some potentially big time hail.
Yeah, we've already seen some of that hail threat and also tornado threat. We're in this season where we're starting to see that severe weather really start to kick off. We have the right conditions in place, and when it comes to North Texas all the way up into Iowa, that hail threat, it's a level 3 threat where we could see a good amount of hail, especially form within those isolated supercells.
Yes, some golf ball size hail going to be possible with some of those storms out there. Speaking of storms and storm chasers, we've been talking about it all week long. Chase with Jace. Yeah, he is out there and tracking those storms. His target area today, I've been keeping in touch with him through earlier today. He's kind of waffling back and forth a little bit. It was up towards Kansas, then it was back down towards Oklahoma. His latest target, likely around the Tulsa area.
Yeah.
Kansas looking maybe a little bit quieter than it was, so he's going to make that dive down towards Tulsa, and you can see future radar. This is very late this evening, showing some of those big storms there around Joplin, east of Tulsa, Fayetteville, Arkansas. That's kind of where the tornado threat may be maximized. So you may want to give him a follow on Facebook and on X. He's going to be posting some of his adventures out there chasing.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're going to keep an eye on too, because there's so many portions of the Midwest that are in the right conditions for some of that severe weather with those supercells starting to form, whether it's that tornado threat or that hail threat.
Yeah.
Jace is really honestly such a good chaser, and he's going to find that exact spot where he'll be able to kind of nail down that threat. We'll keep you posted, especially as we head throughout the weekend as Jace continues to chase out there.
Yeah, and it's been a bumpy start out there. We had, unfortunately, 2 fatalities in northern Oklahoma last night from a tornado. A mother and daughter, unfortunately, dying in their car because of the tornadoes out there. 11 is the preliminary tornado count there from last night. We'll probably add to that heading into tonight. But let's switch gears and jump into Friday happy hour.
I know. We have some interesting ones here because the first one is a Wisconsin Super Bowl cheese. It's the Super Bowl of cheese happening in Wisconsin. The World Championship Cheese Contest is underway in Madison with daily producers from around the globe competing for the title. The world champ is crowned as we head throughout the rest of the week. It's so interesting. What's your favorite type of cheese?
I love any kind of cheese. Honestly, any kind of cheese.
Okay.
I love a nutty cheese, so give me Parmesan,
Okay.
a good Romano.
I watched a whole video.
Yeah.
Ben is such a nerd. We watched a whole video on how Parmesan is like formed and how they like coat it and all. And cheese is so interesting.
It's amazing, and I also love a really good blue cheese. I know that's kind of hit or miss with people.
Nope, absolutely not. It's so disgusting.
The more pungent
and moldy,
the smellier, the moldier the blue cheese is. I absolutely love it.
Throw up. That sounds absolutely disgusting.
Right,
I love a good
fine.
brie cheese.
Yeah, I love a good brie.
I love how like ooey gooey it is with like some fig and some crackers.
Good stuff.
Absolutely amazing. This one, a little bit more up Jamie's alley. A 150-year-old bottle of booze. Archaeologists in Utah took a sip of history, tasting 150-year-old booze they found buried in a ghost town. The still corked bottle surfaced during an excavation in the mining town of Alta. Scientists teamed up with a local distillery to extract the mystery spirit. They said it tasted like dried fruit notes with a little vinegar and believe it's either sherry or beer. They're running more tests to figure it out. How would you taste a 150-year-old bottle of booze?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I have a feeling Andrew would.
Oh, Andrew absolutely
because
would.
he's all up in that tasting of different type of alcoholic beverages, but 150-year-old sounds kind of...
I'm also not necessarily a beer fan, and I'm certainly not a sherry fan.
Yeah.
So either one of those, no, I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's interesting though, like that you could find that. Like imagine just like finding one and then you would have no idea what you're tasting.
I'm good.
Oof,
Leave
no,
it in the ground.
absolutely not. All right, last one. Oh my goodness, photographer of the year. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. An Australian photographer just won underwater photographer of the year for a stunning image of those two seal pups that you see on your screen right there. Maddie Smith shot rock pool rookies in the Falkland Islands at sunset using a homemade dome camera. His photo beat out nearly 800 entries. Other winners captured a smiling whale, an octopus guarding eggs, and a clownfish hatching. I think that these are so neat because I love like all ocean stuff, especially when it comes to those underwater photography pictures, because they're so like you can see everything about them.
And it's a whole different world down there at the bottom of the ocean. There's
so
some weird stuff.
Different, and it's so clear and crisp. And I mean, Maddie, he homemade this dome camera, which I think is even cooler. I'm kind of jealous. Like, that sounds so fun.
No better him down there taking the pictures than me.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could do that either.
I'm going to keep it knee deep for me. He can enjoy what's happening down there
I
at
agree.
the bottom of the ocean. We might keep you around.
Yeah.
You did pretty good.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Did pretty good. We are going to be back next week.
Yeah. Starting to kind of also, not to cut you off, really kind of add more episodes each week. Really,
we're doing more episodes. We're doing more segments and having a lot more fun. Next week, we're going to be talking about the next two cold fronts on the way, hopefully some beneficial rainfall and whatever else is going on in the world of weather.
Yeah.
Or not.
Or not. Love it.
Yeah. Have a great weekend.